Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? So this is going to be a review of the MUCAR CDE900 Pro. This is an upgraded version of their CDE900, which is a really nice scan tool. And the way they have these set up is you buy the scan tool, and the scan tool is relatively cheap. Currently it's about $189, but there's an $80 off coupon on Amazon, and I'll put that link so that you can get that $80 discount on Amazon. But whenever you buy it right out of the box, it's just got your basic OBD2 functionality, all your live data and stuff like that. And then depending on what you want to upgrade on it, you can kind of pick and choose how much more you want to add to the scan tool. Now the nice thing about it, this scan tool's got lifetime updates, so whatever option you pick as far as the functionality of it, you only pay that one time, and then for the rest of the life of this tool, it will be upgraded for free. Now just to give you a little rundown of the specs of this tool, so like I said, you get free lifetime updates. It's also got auto VIN, so when you plug it up to a car, it'll automatically detect the VIN. And within the VIN, you've got your engine size and transmission, and there's a lot of features that it can auto detect just by looking at the VIN. It's got, if you pick, depending on the upgrade service, it has up to 28 reset functions. And what that is like your oil life, transmission service life, stuff like that, where you can reset those indications on your instrument cluster. It also has IM readiness, so if you look up here on the top, just like the CDE900, as soon as you hook it up, it shows you if all your IM readiness monitors are set, which ones aren't. That way, before you go to take your vehicle in for inspection, you're going to know if they're going to flag you on something. Of course, it's got live data. It's got a DTC library, which is what I liked about the original CDE900. If you're wanting to research a DTC, you just go right here to the DTC lookup, and it'll give you the whole description of what that code is that it's pulling up. It's upgraded from 16 gig of the CDE900 to now 32 gig of internal memory. The CDE900 had a 4-inch screen. This one's got a 5-inch, so bigger screen. It went from a 1500 milliamp hour battery to a 3150 milliamp hour battery, so it does have an internal battery. And what's nice about that is you can actually turn the machine on before you even connect it to the car. It's got a 90-day full return policy, so if within the first 3 months you decide you don't like it, you can return it for a full refund. So let's go ahead and take this out of the box, and we're going to just take a quick look at the regular CDE900 compared to this one, and then we're going to hook this up to my truck and see what all it's capable of. And it comes in a nice box. Got a little bit of a rundown on some specs right there. Instruction manual. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see this a little better. There's the scan tool itself. Of course, it is a tethered scan tool. And when I say tethered, I mean it just hooks to the car with a cable. It's not a Bluetooth design. And it does come with a nice USB Type-C connector and USB on this end. Now what's nice about that, right here's the little door you open up. Oh, you can also upgrade the memory in it to up to 256 gig by putting in a SD card. There's your USB Type-C connector there. Another thing that I forgot to mention about this is it does have Wi-Fi. So to update it, you don't have to connect it to your computer with the cable. It'll do all that over the air using Wi-Fi. So the first thing I want to do is just kind of show the difference real quick between these two. Now the regular CDE900 has the cord fixed to it. You can't take it off. This one's got a serial cable to where it'll screw on and off. you know, depending on if you want the cable to stay attached to it or not for storage or whatever. But you can see there's a little bit of a size difference, but the biggest difference that you can see real quick is just how much bigger the screen is. So let's throw this regular CDE over to the side. I want to go ahead and turn this one on. And I want to go ahead and kill the light. That way you can really see the screen better. I'll zoom in a little bit for you. So, of course, the first thing you see is connect to vehicle to start to work. Now, before I do anything, I have not updated the tool yet. So I wanted to show you some of the updates before I do that. So let's take a look here. Now I'm going to go ahead, and I've already got this connected to my Wi-Fi. We're going to go to update. And hopefully I'm not too far away from my router. I'm out here in the garage. I've got the garage door shut just to prevent the glare. So hopefully it will connect up. So right here you can see upgradable 20, upgraded 111, and just to see some of the software on it, you know, it shows you the size, shows you the version number and the size. The Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep update is 35.6 megabytes. Fiat is 13 megabytes. Honda and Acura is 23.8. Land Rover, Jaguar 47.7. Mercedes 551. And I noticed that on my Autel scan tool too, that Mercedes and BMW even, man, their updates are way big. I mean, they're ridiculously huge. So that just goes to show you, you know, the software is everything when it comes to these scan tools. Usually the bigger that software package is, allows the scan tool to do more stuff on those vehicles. You know, there's just a lot of stuff packed in the updates. Here's Toyota Lexus, 53.8 megabytes. TPMS is 18 megabytes. Volkswagen's 190. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit start all, and I'm going to turn the camera back on whenever all the updates are finished. You know, obviously you don't really care to watch it go through its update procedure, but that should completely update this tool, and then we're going to hook it to my car, which is a 2016 GMC Sierra, and we'll just go through and see what it offers. Alright everybody, so it's downloaded all the updates, it's installed them all except for the Mercedes. It's almost done with it, and then as soon as it's finished we will press on. And that download should go away, and there we go, all of them's gone. We've got 130 that has been upgraded. And the nice thing about this tool, so you've got the touchpad over here on the right, or you can do the touch screen. And the touch screen is really nice and sensitive. I like that. What's that said? We're going to have to get rid of this little guy here. This is the assistance. If you're having an issue, you can actually tap that, and if you're connected to Wi-Fi, you can have MUCAR help you with your issue that you're having. So we're going to hit OK to that. We're going to back out. We're going to figure out how to get rid of this. I'm tired of moving him all over the place. Customer service. I bet that's what that is. Yep. So customer service, turn that off, then the little floaty deal there goes away. So real quick, let's just go down through some of the options here. I've got English set. I've got my time zone set. It goes to sleep after 1 minute. Of course, I got my Wi-Fi set up there, unit of measure. Just turn customer service off. Of course, you got your brightness. Let's see what this is here. Okay, screenshots, photo album, screen record. Let's tap that just to see what that says. Okay, edit. So that's any screen recordings would be right there. Hold on, we wasn't done there. Okay, and then file manager. Okay, and then up here you got feedback, repair info. That's where you'd go for updates, obviously. Browser, clear data, firmware fix, automatically send reports, report receiving email. Now, of course, about, it's going to tell you all about this unit right here. Got all your information there. So let's get into it. I need to connect the cord. If I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to move this real quick. And as soon as it's connected, it pops up and senses that you're connected. The key is on, so I'm going to hit start. And the first thing that, in fact, I think the key's on. Yeah, key is on. And what you see up here is your smog indication, your IM readiness, basically. So if you're getting ready to take your car in for inspection, you want all this stuff to be green. Now, if you're driving a 2001 or newer, you can only have one of these not ready. If it's 2000 and older, you can have two, at least here in the state of Texas. Every state's different. So we're going to go ahead and hit that arrow there, and it goes down through and shows you, you know, everything you need to see there. And of course, the grayed out ones, this vehicle doesn't support, so no big deal there. Now we're going to go ahead and hit scan. And so let's see here. If I hit all, that's okay. That's all. You got American, European, Asian. And I know I'm not scrolling through these, but China. I didn't realize China had that many manufacturers. Let's see here. Okay, so you got to search. What's that button do? Okay, that's for your upgrades. We've already upgraded it. Of course, refresh. We're going to go back because what I was wanting to do, oh, auto search, and that instantly found the VIN. It is a GMC 2016. It is a Sierra. Okay, health report, system scan, system selection. We're just going to do a system, we'll do a health report. I believe a health report just scans everything that this vehicle, or that this scan tool is able to scan. Looks like we got a DTC in the brake control module. And it pops up instantly, tells us what that DTC is, and valid data received from body control module. Okay. Of course, the transmission and transfer case is all kind of the same thing. So it, you know, if you've got a four-wheel drive, then it's going to also look at your transfer case module. There's the airbag module. So yeah, there it is. Engine control module looks good. But we're going to go ahead and go into, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and go into this module, however we do that. I'm still getting used to this scan tool. Okay, so that takes you to Google so that you can research the fault. I don't want to scan again. I was wanting to go into that actual module. Okay, there we go. So the nice thing about this, and it's just like the other MUCAR, is it tells you the part number and software number of the module that you're in. So you don't actually, if you've troubleshot something down, or you've decided you need to change one of your modules, You don't have to access it to get the number off of it. You can actually pull that up right here on the scan tool, get your part number or even software numbers to make sure that if there's an updated software, this will tell you what software is on it, and then you can determine if you need to upgrade the software. But you can also get the hardware number of the module, and then if you wanted to order a used one or a new one, you've got the number. So that's always nice. Read fault code, we'll go ahead and hit that, but we know what it is already. And we're going to look at some live data here in just a minute. Invalid data received, so it's got a nice description of the code. And basically all I'm going to do is got freeze frame. We're just going to clear that code. As far as I know, there wasn't any issues that I knew about. So I'll see if that code comes back, and then I'll deal with it then. And I want to go here into the engine control module. And this is an M5U transmission on this truck. And we're not going to scan for codes because we already know there's not any. We'll go ahead and look at the module information. And again, this is where you'll want to go to get any part numbers for whether it's hardware or software. And this is also where you can check, make sure that the VIN matches the vehicle. And of course you got your calibration history. With all the softwares, part numbers. So now let's get over here into read data stream. And let's just look at, I'm going to need to start this engine up because I want to see how responsive this is. Let me get the engine running. Okay, engine is now running, so we're going to go, let's look at, I want something that's moving. So we'll look at O2 sensors. It's got a nice, I like the display layout. It's clean and easy to read. There's the engine coolant, engine load. Okay, let's just look at this sensor right here. And that's what I was wanting to look at. I was just wanting to look at the graphing ability. It's got the digital readout up top, and then of course you got your graph. And let's see what this button here does. Are you sure? Exit? No, I do not. Let's go back, because you can also, looks like you can combine a graph. You can record. Whoops, report. And what report does is, well, just this right here. Puts all your information down. You got all the, like if you want to review this data later on. And I'll tell you what this is good for. I do this with all my vehicles. I will actually do a report when the engine's running good on all 4 of my vehicles. I've got a report. I use a different scan tool for this, but you want to save a report of what good information is. And then if you're having an issue, and then you can refer back to what the good information was and see what the see what kind of bad information you're now getting, and kind of compare the two instead of guessing whether or not a particular reading is good or bad. It kind of helps you, pinpoint issues. Compare sample, save sample. So that's pretty nice. Ignition data, that's all. And on these GMs, they've got, this is all engine related data. It's just different data PIDs that they've already got kind of clumped that's related to each other. For instance, cam position data. It's going to have anything to do with cam position and anything that you may want to see if you're diagnosing a cam position issue. Hopefully that made sense. Otherwise, you'd have like 300 data PIDs there you're having to surf through trying to figure out what you want to pick and choose, you know. So let's go back, event information. See what this is. Okay, that's your inspection maintenance data. That's your IM readiness. Read data stream event. Didn't have any codes on the on this engine, so we're not going to worry about that. So let's go back, get back to the start. In fact, let's go back, I think one more. That should be gone now because I cleared it. System selection, and we'll just go in here into the engine control module, and we're going to see what kind of features we've got. Okay, so that's just exactly where we was just at. I don't think I've got a, yeah, I think that's for diesel. System selection. So it's scanning what systems it can find out of the 4 that this scan tool is capable of. And I'm just clicking through stuff, guys. I don't know anything about this scan tool. I just received it, and I just wanted to go through it in case you're looking for a nice little basic scan tool. So far, this is looking pretty nice. And of course, there's health report. System selection is just where you would select which one you want to look at. The health report scans everything. So we're going to hit end session. Okay. We're going to go back. Okay, here's your resets. This is all the stuff you can reset. Now, these are not going to be applicable to every single vehicle. So, for instance, this particular vehicle, there's only going to be some of these that you would need to reset. For instance, oil. Whenever my oil light comes on, tells me to change the oil. You can go in and you can clear that back to 0. I don't know about immobilizer. Let's see what immobilizer. What options that's got now. Like I say, this vehicle may not support the immobilizer function, but let's take a look. If you use or upgrade the software, then here's that you have agreed. Okay, yep, that's just a little disclaimer. Well, looks like I'm going to have to manually select the vehicle there. Automatically search. Let's do an automatic search. Yes. And this has got the LED. Oh, look at that. Wow. So you can program keys. You can actually program keys and fobs with this scan tool. Look at that. To be honest, I was not expecting that. Would you like to enter the yes? So that's pretty neat. Of course, the auto search we've already hit. History. Oh, history's nice. So let's say you got 4 different cars and you're running out here to hook up to one of your cars. Instead of going through and doing an auto search or anything, you can go through the history and you can select it, and it'll automatically connect to it and show you. You can pull up like codes and stuff that you once had, but it's just a quick way of accessing the data for that vehicle. Code and freeze frame, we know what that is. Read codes, read the freeze frame. Live data stream, onboard monitor. Of course, erase any DTCs. Other 2 or OBD Diagnostic. Okay. O2 sensor test, version info, DTC lookup, evap system test. And so depending on the make and model and if it's built into the computer, determines whether you can do an O2 sensor test or an evap system test. Of course, expand. Let's see if it'll give vehicle software, single car. See if this give you a rundown of yeah. So this is where, okay, single model, full system, full function. This is where you can pick out, and just for a single model, if you wanted the full function for Volkswagen, you can pay $60 and download the full function for that particular make, Volkswagen. Mazda should have, I guess, pretty much any, vehicle. There's GM, Buick, Cadillac, Buick. So you can pick that individually. Multi-system software. And for $99, full system, basic function, lifelong free upgrade. You can buy the what they call the full system functionality for $99. And then of course you've got your maintenance reset software. Continue to expand. Let's take a look. And here's your individual, like Windows calibration, TPMS, and this is all the stuff that we was looking at on that other screen. Odometer, oil maintenance, injector, airbag reset, air fuel, ABS bleeding. A lot of times if you remove your ABS module and you reinstall a used or a new one, you can't do a full brake bleed unless you actuate the ABS module, and that's what that ABS bleeding option is about. Same with like window calibration and stuff like that. In fact, there's the Windows calibration. You replace the window regulator in a lot of cars, you've got to be able to recalibrate it for the auto up and down to work right. Anyway, I think that's about it. Report. I think, yeah, we already went through settings, didn't we? I'll put a link if you guys are interested in a nice little scan tool. Let me give you another overall view of this before we just shut her down. But nice, comfortable, and it feels rugged. It's kind of got a hard, rubbery armor to it. I mean, it feels like you could drop it and it's going to survive it. That's the back of it. Of course, there's the plug where it connects up to. So anyway, this video is plenty long enough. So this is a quick walkthrough, and a lot of people like the fact they think all scan tools should have voltage up in the upper right corner, and this one does. You can see where it's got your voltage, so you can monitor the voltage. That way, if the key's on but the engine's not running, you can kind of determine whether or not you're about to run your battery down. Anyway, we're about done. If you guys want a nice little scan tool, you might think about this MUCAR. Anyway, we're done. You guys take care. We'll see you.